Hello everyone. This video is a quick demonstration on something that I've been working on for HoneyCrisp version 1.3. And this feature of which I've been working on is actually quite substantial, as it is essentially the JavaScript software equivalent of the Apple Cassette Interface. In a nutshell, what it allows you to do is take an audio file of an APPLE-1 program, and as you can see I have 3 waves containing 3 different APPLE-1 programs here, and it allows you to take this wave file and put it into HoneyCrisp, and then HoneyCrisp will decode the audio and translate it into machine code that it can then read and store into memory, so you can then run the program. Again, basically it is the software equivalent of the original Apple Cassette Interface, and it allows you to load, and eventually I will add the ability to save audio, or save a program into audio rather. And so I'll show you exactly how this works. Behind the scenes, under the hood, it's very complicated. I'll try to sort of put it into layman's terms of just how things are processed. But in a nutshell, when you take a wave file of an APPLE-1 program, which sounds like this, by the way. When you take an APPLE-1 program that is just complete audio like that, and you load it into the program tape loader by pressing the browse button, I'll just go ahead and drag and drop it. When you do that, it will say that it's ready over here, and then all you have to do is click, well, first I would recommend, of course, you do want to type in the starting address that the program will be running from. In this case, E1000 is the starting address for BASIC, and so it will handle the end address on its own. And I'm not going to auto-run it just because I want to show you exactly how this runs. Basically, what auto-run does is it will automatically run the program after loading, and it sends the address and then an R and then a carriage return to Wasmon, so it can auto-process and get you immediately into the program after you decode the tape. So as soon as I click decode tape, it is going to reset the machine there, and then if we type E1000, you can see 4C. That means that BASIC has been loaded. And so E1000R, and bam, we're in BASIC. I could do 10 print, let's see, hello, and then run it, and bam, there we are. End error, obviously, because I didn't put end, so if I was to put end and then run it again, it'd be fine. But there's BASIC, for example. Another really neat example is if I'm to refresh the page here, I can do the Apple 30th anniversary ASCII 2 art demo that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite programs for the APPLE-1 just because of how neat it is. If I was to drag and drop that into browse, into this little browse button here, again, you can press the browse button too and just select it, but I'll just drag and drop. So if I drop that in there, let's say it's dropped and ready, Apple 30th.wave, and so I'm going to change the starting address to 0280, and this time I'm going to auto-run just to show you exactly what it does whenever you auto-run it. It's very similar to how auto-running works from the program library. And so if I click decode tape, it will run the program. And down here, you can see that there's a little conversion decode log that, lists everything that it does here to decode and then write the bytes to the memory addresses respectively. Now, I'm probably going to end up removing this. I'm just kind of using it for debugging for now, or I may make it a optional enable in the settings. But there's another program that I have confirmed fully works with my program tape loader, And last one that I'm going to do here is this Mastermind game that was programmed by Steve Wozniak and released on tape for the Apple I many moons ago. And so again, all of the programs that are stored in WAV or AIFF format for the Apple I all sound pretty much like dial-up. You know, they sound like this. Right? And so that's, again, just data in an audio format. And so if I was to change the starting address to 0300, and then I was to drag and drop this, and obviously it's not going to start up here because I don't have it, I haven't clicked decode tape yet, but once we do this, it will decode the tape. And I'm just going to do a hard reset and do it one more time, just so we can see it here. And there we go, the program's already running. And that's primarily just because I had it on 10 times CPU speed. But this is the Mastermind game that Wozniak programmed. Basically, what you're supposed to do here is guess the, I believe it's 5-digit number. And, you know, it will tell you, give you certain hints as to if you're close or not. But that's basically all I have for today. I just wanted to show some progress that I've made. Loading programs from audio is something that I've really wanted to accomplish, and it actually works, which is surprising. I didn't really think that it would work, and I didn't think that I'd be able to develop the ability to load from tape this quickly, but I did. One thing that I have realized is that it can really only load machine code programs for now. I'm still working on getting basic compatibility in there, but it does work with mono files and stereo files as well. And then the formats that are supported officially are .wav and .aiff, which are both very common for Apple I cassette programs that are stored in audio. And so that's just about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and HoneyCrisp 1.3 will be launching in April.